Hello and welcome to the home of the Ghost Owl, and we're back for another one of our first play videos. And today we're going to be looking at a game called The Planet Crafter. Now, we've played a little bit of this game so far just to check it out. It feels a lot like Subnautica, which is no bad thing because Subnautica is a great game. So the more games that are of that quality, is always a good thing. But it is different enough that it doesn't feel like you're just playing a copy of Subnautica, and it does use the same engine, I understand, so you're going to have similar assets as well to give that sort of similar look. Planet Crafter then essentially on a planet, and we are terraforming it. So I'm going to be playing and showing you sort of what the first hour of the game will look like. So without further ado, let's jump into the game. We're just going to play standard game mode, standard landing site, so keeping everything standard. But there is a relaxing mode where you've got no death consequences, and oxygen, health and water decrease slower. You've got an intense and you've got a hardcore, which means your save files deleted when you die, which is pretty crazy. You've got a landing site as well, so you can choose different landing sites, but we're just going to go with standard as though you just kind of first downloaded the game and play it. So without further ado, let's jump in and see what this game looks like. So there we go, and load. So far, from the little bit I've played this game, I do really enjoy it. And now that I have finally finished Subnautica and completed the game as part of a bunch of live streams, we will now be moving to doing this on our live streams going forward and seeing how far we can get. So here we are in our little crashed landing pod here. See what we've got around us. Okay, so we've got like a crafting station thing. We've got our seat. We've got a message here. Welcome to your assigned planet. Your mission is to advance the terraformation process of this world, generate oxygen, heat and pressure to do so. First, reach 175,000 Ti and create a blue atmosphere. Sentinel Corp, year 3058. Great, we've got a storage crate here. We've got some seeds, we've got some space food, some water and some oxygen capsules. And we've got the crafting station here. Right, okay, so the first thing we've got to do is craft a T1 backpack. So we need 2 lots of iron. So we've got our little a tool in our hand. We're going to go out here, look for iron, and you keep an eye then on the oxygen out there as well. There's some iron there. And we just look at it and zap it, and it kind of sucks it up into our backpack. There's another one there. Now, I'm fortunate I do know what the iron and things look like, having already played the game just a little bit. But it doesn't take long to work it out. It's pretty helpful, the game overall. So there you go, that's our backpack. Let's craft that. The next thing we've got to do is craft an oxygen tank. So if we look here, there's an oxygen tank. So 2 cobalt, an iron, and a magnesium. Let's equip our backpack like so. So let's remind ourselves it was 2 cobalt, an iron, and a magnesium. Right, so cobalt's really easy to find because it's like this giant blue stuff that sticks up. There we go. Magnesium is spiky things, so that's an easy one to find. We need another cobalt, and then we need an iron. There's an iron here. They flicker. They sort of glowing flicker. And there's our cobalt. So the one thing to note is if you move while you're sucking up the mineral, it will interfere with it, so you will have to do it again. So just keep that in mind. Right, so there's our oxygen tank. Oxygen tank's obviously pretty critical, as you can imagine. That's just going to help you survive and be outside longer. It is a crafting game predominantly, so gathering materials, longer you can be outside gathering and looking for things, the better. So there you go. So the next thing we need to do is a craft microchip construction. Okay, so there we go. Microchip construction is 2 silicon, 2 magnesium. So silicon is this sort of sludgy looking stuff. There's a magnesium, there's a silicon, and a magnesium. There we go. And we can head back in. So far, as you can see, a nice, gentle, relaxing, easy start. Plenty of stuff around you. There we go. And we've got the microchip construction, and we've equipped it. Next is we need to craft a living compartment. Now here is the tricky thing, right? And it's something that I did learn just by having a quick review of what the game was about online before I purchased it. Is where you start here, you can see we're in a very low-lying area. Now you could start building things here, of course, but this area will completely flood. So you would have to completely rebuild your base elsewhere. So where we get to the craft living compartment and craft living compartment door, we're actually going to do it on higher ground. Now, again, having played the game briefly, I know where that higher ground I'm going to build it is. So let's look at what we need first. So to craft something, we go to Q tab, and it tells us we need 2 iron and a titanium, an iron, a titanium, and a silicon. So that's 3 iron, 2 titanium, and a silicon. Okay, so we know we're going to get that on the way to where we're going, and we're actually going to go up here. And the reason we're going up there is, 1, it seems to be quite a nice central location, and 2, it's very flat up there, which makes for a nice, easy base build. So let's go and grab ourselves, remember, 3 iron, 2 titanium, and a silicon. So here we go. There's a titanium. There's an iron. There's an iron. There's a titanium. We need 1 more iron and a silicon. There's a silicon. Very nice. Plenty of materials around here. And there's our iron. So we've got that. Now, with a lot like Subnautica, if you've played that game before, you do need to, once you've built your habitat module, your living compartment here, you will need a door to get in it, so that can catch you out. You can see how quickly the oxygen does deplete. You do not get a lot of time, but you can see how nice and flat it is up here. And we're going to go on to this sort of the highest bit, and that's where we're going to start with our module. And there you go, there it is. So, and you can kind of turn it around and stuff as well. And there we go. And we need to create the door. Oxygen is going down, and then as soon as we get in, that's how quickly the oxygen goes up. Right, but we've got, it says low power right now, so the next thing we've got to build is a T1 drill. So we need to keep an eye on that. So T1 drill is a titanium and an iron. So without further ado, let's go and find ourselves. There's some titanium. There's some iron. And let's go and build a drill. I'm going to build it over here. I quite like a sprawling complex. So kind of my idea with this would be kind of like I would do on, if I was going to, terraform a planet, which is I wouldn't have everything all in one location. So we've done that. And the next thing we're going to need to craft is a wind turbine, which is 1 iron. So we just find an iron here. And if I was going to build a wind turbine, I'd build it high up. So we're going to put it up on the hill here. Keeping an eye on our oxygen, it does go down very fast indeed. So let's head back now. So we've got ourselves some power. We've got ourselves our first living compartment. Now what I'm going to do now, we've got here, is we're going to head straight back down the hill. And on the way up here, you saw there was a blue crate. Blue crate essentially is like a loot crate. Finding them, there's normally some cool stuff inside. So we are going to get that. I need to pick 1 piece of iron up on the way, and we'll see why in a bit. So let's pick up everything we've got here. There we go, very nice. And the next thing we've got to build a craft screen terraformation. So we keep that in mind. Right, so we can't put everything we want in here, but I am going to put 1 water, 1 oxygen piece, and a piece of food. Now, terraformation screen is here. Now, the thing we've got is we've got 1 tiny little habitat module, so I am going to build another living compartment. So I do need to pick up some titanium. How much iron have I got? 2. So I need 1 piece of iron. So I need, 1 iron. I've got cobalt. I need silicon iron and titanium as we run our way up. Silicon, iron, and titanium. That's what we're looking for. So there's iron, silicon, and titanium. And there we go. We're going to run all the way up here. And the reason for that is I want to build another habitat mod, or living compartment, I should say. I keep sort of say habitat, living compartment, just to give us a bit more space. But what I don't want to do is expand too quickly. And that's one of the things that can become a bit of a problem early on, is that you're going to unlock stuff later on, right? So you end up, if you build too many of these single habitats, when you get the bigger versions or the bigger living compartments, you get too many walls and pillars with these little ones. So we don't want to build too much too quickly, just enough space to move. And you can delete anything you make, and it goes, all the mats go back into your bag, so you don't lose anything that you delete, and you can immediately rebuild it somewhere else, which is absolutely brilliant. So hydration level is low, so we're going to have a water bottle, right click to consume. Let's build our terraformation screen. It's a big screen, it goes on the wall here, so we're going to put that right by our door entrance. You can see we've got a sandstorm coming in, and we can see we're building just a little bit of pressure. So the next thing we need to do is do a blueprint screen. Now the blueprint screen, the difference here is this looks like a big screen. If you look at this, they look smaller, more slanted, they got a little foot thing. That means it's a little monitor that sits on a desk. So we need to build a desk. So we need to get an iron and a silicon and 2 iron. So we need 3 iron and a silicon. Now we can go out in the sandstorm. That's not a problem. What we do have to watch out for is we have to watch out for asteroid strikes. So we got 2 iron. We need another iron and a silicon. There's an iron and 1 silicon. Can we find one? It's one of these things that you can never find what you need. But there's one right there. Perfect. So the sandstorms so far, from what I've played in the game, haven't affected me, so that's not a problem. There we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build ourselves a little desk. We're going to plant that desk. In fact, I'm going to plant the desk right in the corner at the moment, like so. I want it to leave as much space as possible. There we go. And here, we're now going to create this blueprint screen. As you can see, it's like a little monitor that sits on top of the desk. So we're going to put that up here, like in the middle, just like so. There we go. Right, so the next thing, right, is we got show interface. And you've got this thing here, decode a blueprint microchip. Now, it took me a while to realize what these little chips were for. So we've picked one of these up from that blue crate. And if we decode it, we're going to get ourselves a piece of gear. So there you go. So new blueprint received is a microchip mining speed T1. Fantastic, great. But that's not what we need. I need 1 piece of iron at the moment to build. That's silicon. Where's iron? Here's a piece. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So we need 1 piece of iron, and I'm going to build myself right now a little storage box. Okay, so that storage box is going to go there. As with a lot of these crafting games, storage is key. So we're going to put our cobalt, magnesium, we've got a super alloy. We're going to keep an oxygen capsule there. Food doesn't go down anywhere near as quick as water. We are going to have to run back down now to try and get back to our module over here, because that's where our water bottle was. We still do have plenty of water at the moment, or plenty of hydration, but we do have only 1 water bottle left. So let's pick all that up and let's get back, and then we're going to craft ourselves a heater. There you go. We've now received an oxygen tank T2. That's going to be big for us as well. Okay, so let's go in here. And we're just gonna keep the, I'm gonna put the space food in here and the lerma seed. These are, I'm gonna take one oxygen capsule. This is emergency. It fully refills your oxygen if you're out there. So that's incredibly useful as well. We've still got that water bottle. Right, so we're gonna build a heater. The T1 heater is iridium, iron, and silicon. Okay, so we don't have any iridium. And the veggie tube is iron, ice, and magnesium, right? So we've got the magnesium. We've got some seed to put in it. So what I need is ice and iron. Ice is fairly easy to find. There's only plenty of that around. Ice and iron. There we go. And let's put that over here. So we've got one veggie tube there. And in the veggie tube, we put that in. Now you can see we've lost power. So we're going to have to build another wind turbine, which is iron. So I'm actually going to build 2. So I need to find 2 pieces of iron. Easier said than done. Here we go. There's 1 and there's 2. So that does become an issue later on. As you can see, my wind turbine stopped, my drill stopped, I've got no lighting. So you do need to keep on top of the power requirements. So we're going to go back up here. This is going to be our wind turbine farm. So let's put one up here. There we go. And you can see we're back up and running again. And there's another one. So we're missing iridium, right? So as you can see, we've got a wreck over there. So I think I'm going to try and explore a wreck and see if we can pick something decent up there. So what I'm going to do is I want to build a living compartment and a door just outside the wreck. So again, 3 iron, 2 titanium, and a silicon. So silicon. Titanium. Titanium. Now I just need 3 iron. At the beginning, you'll end up using quite a lot of iron, I found. And then you reach a point and you seem like you need more aluminium becomes the scarce resource. So far, I found a couple of wrecks, which is this one, and one on the other side of the valley where we started. So as you can see, oxygen is dwindling, but what my plan here is, and I did this with the other wreck as well, the wrecks can be quite expansive, I found. So we put in a habitat module, or living compartment, and a door. So this now becomes a nice place to, as soon as you run out the wreck, you can spend maximum oxygen time in the wreck and run back out straight into a habitat or living compartment and get your oxygen back. So we, right, so we don't have a torch. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. Okay. We need to build the torch microchip. And the deconstruction microchip as well, yes. Okay, so we can't use a torch and we can't deconstruct stuff yet because you need the equivalent chips. So we've got to go back to our crafting area. So you can see, so far we can't actually build anything here. We've got just this. So we're going to head back down this way. So what you can see is it takes a little bit longer to start with by building your base away from the initial landing pod, but it definitely pays off later on. Right, so to get a torch then we need 2 magnesium and a silicon, and then we need magnesium and silicon for the deconstruction, so that would be 3 magnesium, 2 silicon. 3 magnesium, 2 silicon. There's a silicon. There's a silicon. Magnesium. Never any when you need some. Here we go. I can see at least one magnesium here. Looks like there's more in this area. There we go. There's 1, 2, and 3. And there's a blue box there as well, so we'll need to check that out. So the other thing to remember early on is there's no beacons or anything like that, so you don't know where anything is, so just be careful about how far you go. Make sure you know where you are. Let's go back in here. So we're going to craft ourselves the torch microchip and the deconstruction microchip, and we're going to equip the torch microchip to ourselves here. Let's go and check out this blue box over here. And pick that up, and let's deconstruct. Oh, I didn't equip the deconstruction chip. Damn it. Because I don't have the space. I do like to deconstruct the boxes so I know that I found them. Right, so water bottle, we need to consume that, and we need to consume some space food. Right, we do have our torch now though. There we go. So we can go and look at the wreck, and I'm hoping I'm going to find some water and stuff in there. So let's head back up to that wreck now. And I'm going to take a piece of iron with me so that I can build at least one storage box in the living compartment outside the wreck. So far I've not encountered any bad guys or anything in the game, so it looks like that, you know, you're relatively safe. Actually, I need another box here, so let's build one box like so. Take that with me, put that in there. So we've got another storm coming in, so let's run as quickly as we can and start exploring that wreck. Right, so we've got asteroids coming in now. This is dangerous. This is the one major danger thing here, is if you're getting hit by an asteroid. So we're running for our living compartment over here. Let's get our oxygen back. Let's build ourselves one of these. Okay, and then we can scoot into the wreck. Let's put our torch on. There's no batteries for the torch, so it literally is you know, what you've got here. Okay, we've got a bunch of seeds and we've got a chip. Okay, that's it for here. Now this is the problem, is yeah, we need to deconstruct that to get through it. Okay, so we need to go and get ourselves the deconstruction chip. And we'll take that chip with us at the moment. So we've got a limit on our slots right now, which is a problem. And I still don't have any iridium to make the heater to get through the next set of progress. So iridium is what we're hoping to find in some of those boxes. Right, so decode a microchip. So we've got agility boots. Can't craft them yet. We can, so that's energy levels, that's the screen, blueprints. So yeah, we can't build any of these things yet. Okay, let's take the deconstruction chip, and you see here we've got no way of fitting that, but what we're going to do is we're going to take that out and we're going to put that in, because we're not going to build inside the wreck. So we're hoping to find some iridium, because that's what we need to build our heater. There's aluminium there. That's always useful, especially early on. If you find aluminium like that just lying around, definitely worth picking it up. I say there's no batteries for the torch, so leaving it on isn't a problem. Let's put that in there. Look, I see another blue box down here, so I'm going to go and pick that up just while we're here. There's also some aluminium, so we'll pick that. There's also, actually no, we're going to pick that. Oh, we got some uranium there. Let's deconstruct. So water is my concern right now, is we don't have any. So I'm hoping that we can find some. And I can't build the box because I don't have the construction microchip in. That's going to be a pain. There we go. Let's put that in like so. And then let's take that out, take this in, and let's hopefully see if we can find some water in here. Okay, let's deconstruct. Still no water, but we do get the iridium. There's a crate here. Still no water. Okay, that is a problem. Okay, that is a problem. That is a major problem. I've not had this issue before where I've not had any water. We've got a T2 backpack that doesn't really help anything. So yeah, I can't believe so far that we haven't found any water. Let's get back in. Let's get back in that wreck and see if we can find some quick. There's no, that's the one we've already opened, so we can get rid of those. That one. That one. Let's get rid of this. Please give me some water. No water. No water. And a chip. Okay, this is concerning. We have found no water so far. And we started with 2. Consider me very concerned. Okay. We're going to have to go and get ice now, and we're going to have to make water at the back at the landing module. So that is where we can, that's the one place we can make water. It's just I didn't want to do the trip back. So we're going to get a bunch of ice on the way, because that's what you need to make the water. Okay. Right, that's enough. Let's run for the module. You can see how quickly that oxygen is going down. I am keeping an eye on it. I think we can make it. We should be able to. There you go. Oxygen is low, but we will have enough. There we go, and let's make water. Okay, So we built ourselves some water there, so we don't need to consume quite yet, but at least we do have some water. So, and in crafting the level 2 backpack, what do I need? I can't build the T2 backpack yet. Okay, that's fine. Right. Let's deconstruct this blue box, because we've... done that. We got the iron. So there's still more to get from the wreck that we were in, but I just didn't want to get caught out with the water, given that we had none in our backpacks. So, okay. So we've now got ourselves a living... Oh, I just deconstructed the thing that I wanted. That's lovely. So that is a thing. Where is... There you go. That you end up deconstructing stuff sometimes that you want because you've left it in the wrong way. Right, let's consume that. Let's put that in here. Let's put those in. Let's see what this chip is going to give us. Mining speed, T2. Nah, I mean, you know, it's okay, I suppose. Right, another storage box, like so. Right, and we needed iridium, iron, and silicon to build our heater. So there's some silicon, so let's pick that up. I know there's iridium that we found, so we're okay there. We can build that. Let's pick some iron up on the way. It's just, I'm not now concerned about water, and I know I've got plenty of space food, right? As a minimum, I always like to keep at least one space food, one water, and one oxygen tank in my bag. If once you get later on and you can be out for longer, I like to keep more water, because that's something you do go through quite quickly. So let's see, what have we got here? Let's take the aluminium. That's 150%. Well, that's a 200% multiplier. So let's take that one. Let's take the aluminium. Let's take the iron and titanium for now. Just trying to think of what I need the most. Let's take the aluminium and the iron, like so. Okay, we should be able to go and build ourselves that heater. And then we've got to build the craft screen. So it's quite a slow start, as you can imagine. That is expected. And you can see I haven't really gone big on expanding the base yet. I just don't feel it's needed. So let's craft the heater. So let's put ourselves a heater here. We are going to end up at probably, you know, when we get T2 ones, deconstructing these and so on. So, right, so we've got the heater up. Next up is doing... we don't have, so energy levels. Food level low, okay. So food level low, right click to consume. Good. Right, so to make now the energy level screen, we need silicon and magnesium. Do we have any in here? There's a magnesium, no silicon. So let's put this in here like so. I want to change this plant. So you can see this one, seed lerma, has no bonus. This one has a 200% oxygen multiplier, so that's worth it. So let's go and grab ourselves a piece of silicon from somewhere. There we go. And we can now get ourselves an energy screen. And the energy screen is really quite useful because you can... oh, I needed iron. Muppet, I am Muppet. There we go. Like so. So that when we go in now, we can see how much we've got to play with in terms of power. So the next thing I wanted to make is I need to make another desk right now as well for the extra screen. So we're going to get, so I needed, how many is it? It's two iron, right? There's another iron, thank you very much. So let's build another desk here. You can see I'm really packing stuff in the habitat right now. Can't get it in, so it doesn't quite fit, which is rather annoying. Okay, that will just have to be as it is for now. When you expand this out, you can fit it. It's just you can't right now. That's fine. Right, okay. So if we go here, we can see when we're going to get the progress screen, which is what we've got to build next. So we need more heat to get there. In fact, quite a bit more heat. So I think what we're going to have to do is I think we're going to have to expand the habitat right now. So 2 iron and titanium. So let's go on. Let's build 2 more living compartments. So I need 4 iron. One more iron somewhere. There we go. But to get more heat and more heaters, we're going to need more iridium. So we're going to have to go back to that wreck. Now, one of the kind of annoying things here is the way that the ground is so undulating. You can't actually build properly. So I can build this way, but not the other way. So the question is, do we want to build this way? Yeah, I think I'm going to build one long bit at the moment, like so. Oxygen level low, thank you very much. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct. In fact, let's take the torch off for now. I'm going to deconstruct this. And I'm going to deconstruct this. And I'm going to put the veggie tube here. Oh, you. Yeah, the asteroid hit just as I built the veggie tube. And let's put the heater here. Alright, let's get that going. Right, so I need to build another heater. Don't have the iridium yet. And I'm going to need to build more wind turbines as well. No iron, no iron. So I need to get wind turbines. So let's build 3 wind turbines. So I need 6 iron. I'm going to wait until the asteroids have stopped landing. Still coming in. Asteroid landed down there, look. Wasn't that far away. Have we stopped yet? No, still coming in. There you go, right. So wind turbines, did any iron drop? Doesn't look like it. We've got some aluminium here though. Let's pick that up. Let's go scouting for iron. As I said early on here, iron is definitely the resource you need the most of, that you'll end up scouting a lot for. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Right, let's head back. Oxygen doesn't last very long. Yep, I see it. Okay, there we go. And let's go get our wind turbines up. That'll give me 6 wind turbines, which is just critical for that energy, right? There we go. Excellent. All right, let's go for a run over to the wreck over here. I can see the water and food, so I'm aware of that. Yep, hydration levels low. Oxygen levels low, yeah. Okay. Got a bunch of stuff here, that's right. Right, so let's have that water while we're here, and we're going to go back into this. In fact, let's get rid of the build and swap it out for this one. Okay, so we've found everything here so far. Right, now this is a heater, so we can actually deconstruct this. It's a T2 heater, so we should get some good stuff from that. There's more iridium here as well, and I can't deconstruct those, and that's as fine. And I need like a T2 deconstruction tool for that lot, which I haven't got or found yet. And that would be the wreck, because this is all done as well, so we just need to deconstruct those. So I think that's pretty much the wreck. Let's just empty our backpack like so. Go back in, pick up the last few bits. I do like to completely clean the wrecks out. So there we go, deconstruct. That's just iron, it's free iron basically. Nothing else here. Okay, and get those. And that, and like I say, it says deconstruction chip T2 required, which we don't have. So there we go. Right, cool. So this wreck is now being completely done apart from that what was that? That's technical. So this is all this, deconstruction T2 chip that we need. Okay, good. So now we just need to ferry this over to this building over here. So storage is our issue at the moment. So yeah, it's kind of a shame. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to build like a platform for it to sit on. You kind of get this weird interaction with how it sits on uneven terrain. That's kind of something I wish that would be addressed. It just feels weird when it's like that. Okay, so let's build some more boxes. Let's build them this way. Take that out, put that in. There we go. And that is an iridium and a silicon. Did I bring any iridium back? I didn't. No, okay. To get that extra heater. So food level looking a little bit low there, but that's okay. We don't have far to go. We're just kind of running in between these, and we've picked up an agility. We've unlocked an agility module already. That does mean that you can run faster. I haven't found any vehicles in the game so far. It'd be kind of nice if there was like a dune buggy or like moon buggy thing that you could drive around in. I've not found any vehicles, but I did know the agility boots make you run faster, so which is obviously a good thing. Right, in fact, let's consume a space food because we need it, and let's take the aluminium. So we've got a lot of ferrying backwards and forwards to do here. There's no point leaving the materials there. We're not building anything over here. Everything I'm building is over this side. I also haven't found a way to like clear rocks or anything out of the way, so to date, so that when you do, if you're going to build something enormous, you're going to have to build it around these rocks, I guess, because it does block your ability to build. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to keep that. I'm going to put that in. Let's put this in here. Let's build our... where was that piece of silicon? I know you're here somewhere. There you go. And there you go. That's the heater. So we can now build another heater. Like so. We've unlocked a solar panel T1, which is very nice because that now is going to give us more power. How are we doing for power? We've still got plenty. Those heaters do take quite a bit. But you can see now heat is now up to 0.6. So pressure and oxygen are the things that we need to get. So that's a veggie tube. We need some more veggie tubes, and we need some more drills. So once we've picked up the rest of the materials from this area, we're going to build some more drills and veggie tubes. And what I've been doing is trying to make sure that I'm always balancing essentially what I'm, what we're producing. So I like to try and keep the same amount of oxygen, heat, pressure, try and keep the numbers as close as possible for an even improvement. Okay, nothing left in there. These ones. So we've got one more run to do. One more run, and that should be everything. Crafting games, mats are king. So if we can take the time now to combine all the mats in the location, that will save the running around. But yeah, I think this is so far in playing the game, this has been my biggest thing, is that I've not found any vehicles, but this just really doesn't... It's nice to have the undulating ground. Maybe you need to make people put a foundation down or something. I do notice there's this foundation grid. Can be used to create outside floors, stairs, reach new spaces, that sort of stuff, but I don't know, maybe I'm actually supposed to build the whole thing on that, but then it would still be uneven, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Okay, so let's do one more run. We're at 1.15 KTI right now. So, you can see we're, 49 minutes into the game. And a lot of this first hour is setting yourself up, building those first progress things, collecting the materials. But we have explored one wreck, and we've got ourselves this sort of mini outpost location. Having these little, just one-man box outpost locations with some storage crates in is key. And if you're ever going to go and explore a new area, keep enough mats in your bag to set up literally one of these, and then use them as like mini outposts around the map to explore. Because you get in trouble or you start running low on oxygen or whatever, you can just run back in there, and it also gives you that storage. So if you do come across another wreck or like crates and whatever, you can literally straight away, you've got somewhere to store your gear, which is really, really important. Like I say, I'm keeping my base as small as possible to start with until I've unlocked bigger living compartments. Right, so in this goes. Right, now let's see. What is it we need? So we said we're going to build some drills, right? So titanium and iron to build 2 drills. So titanium and iron. Titanium and iron. So that's 2 drills. So let's go and build ourselves 2 drills. Water's starting to look low again. I need to go and make sure I put a water in my bag as well. Right, there's a drill. There we go. See how we're doing on power. And water, so let's consume. There we go. How many water have we got left? We got some, so that's good. Right, power wise, we're doing all right. So veggie tube next then. Iron, ice, magnesium. So I want 2 veggie tubes. So 2 iron, 2 ice, and 2 magnesium. Okay, so we're going to have to go and grab ourselves that. Magnesium, ice, ice, magnesium. There we go, perfect. Very good. Okay, so let's put the veggie tubes up. And this veggie tube. Okay, now let's see what we've got. Seed-wise, not there. Lerma. Oh, is that the one that I wanted? Yeah, that's the 200% multiplier. That one's 150. So I want the 200% to get the biggest multipliers, right? There we go. Now let's put some water in the bag like so. How are we doing? So now we're at 0.9 oxygen, 0.6 heat, 0.6 pressure. So I could do with another heat. Iridium, iron, and silicon. How's the power doing? Yeah, okay. Iridium, silicon. Just need some iron. There we go. We can build another heater. There we go. That's got the heat up to 0.9. So just the pressure now. So another drill. Which is a titanium and an iron. There's an iron and a titanium. Okay. I want to build myself another bit of power now. So I need 2 cobalt, an iron, a silicon. So there's cobalt, silicon, cobalt. We just need to go find some iron. I'm just going to get some oxygen back. Hopefully we'll find some iron over this way. Yeah, there's one. And we're going to go and put ourselves up some... Oh, there you go. We got a T2 veggie tube now. Going to go put ourselves up on top of here some solar panels. There doesn't seem to be a range or anything, so for power stuff. So I'm kind of putting it up here. That should keep our power going. So T2 veggie tubes. What do we need for those? Iron, 2 ice, magnesium, and a silicon. Okay. Well, there's a magnesium. Okay. Iron, 2 ice, magnesium, and silicon. So I just need the ice and silicon. So there's ice here. There's one. Starting to get dark, I see. 2. And then we just need a silicon. There's one. We can now make a T2 veggie tube. That's going to be nice. Let's build one of these. Okay, so now we just need plant for it, which is the 200% multiplier. So when we put that in, what does that give us? That gives us 240 oxygen. This just gives us 0.3, right? So it's actually better just to go and replace all these with T2s. So with that in mind, let's do that. But they do take a lot more energy. So iron 2, ice, magnesium, silicon. We've got plenty. Iron. Let's go. We need 2 ice, magnesium, and silicon. Silicon, magnesium, ice, ice. Great. Food levels low. Understood. Where's our food? There's a space food. There we go. You can see space food, unlike the water, doesn't fill it all up. Deconstruct. And... oh, I can't construct like that. There we go. Okay, let's take this one out. Veggie tube. Like so. Let's take that out. Ah, oh, balls is what that's called. Oh, this blood is... oh, so annoying. Right, okay, we're not on deconstructor. Okay, good. Right, and another veggie tube. So we just need silicon, right? So I need... let's get rid of 1 magnesium, and let's go out. We need 2 silicon and then ice. Okay. There you go. We're really starting to get things unlocked. We get another T3 backpack. Ice. And then we need 2 silicon, right? Silicon. There's some silicon over here. I'd say I do really enjoy this game. I do find it a very relaxing game, but it is definitely a thinking game at the same time. So it's not just like mindless, you know. I really do quite enjoy it. It doesn't have the suspense of Subnautica, but there's much more of the whole base building and, you know, say the thought and around your base and everything. Whereas I found Subnautica, the base was important, but not to the same degree. So can we build another one in here? No. Okay, we just have to put it here for now then. Like so. Let's check our power. Our power must be... yeah, so those veggie tubes do eat the power, so I need another solar panel to build. So remember what the solar panel was. It was 2 cobalt, iron and silicon. Got cobalt somewhere. 2 cobalt, iron and a silicon. Iron and a silicon. There we go, like so. Let's put another solar panel up. You know, there's plenty of time for exploration as well, so we don't have to rush that. There we go. So we've got a T2 heater now. So let's see what we need for that. Right, the T2 heater is 2 iridium, silicon, titanium iron. So you get 4.5 heat from one T2, but only 0.3 from this one. So 2 iridium, iron. So 2 iridium, silicon, titanium, iron, aluminium. So let's take aluminium. Give me 1 iridium. I'm going to get 1 iridium iron silicon back, so it's just a titanium, so I need a titanium. Happens to be quite a bit of titanium right here. There we go, like this. Hydration level low, understood. Let's see how we're doing for water. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about getting some more water soon. Right, so we're going to deconstruct this one and place in a T2. Quite big. There. Okay, and then we're going to deconstruct and deconstruct because it's actually worth it when you look at one T2 is doing way more than all those little T1s. I guess for me, I kind of feel like those T1s are a waste of time at the moment. I kind of feel like there should be either a longer time before you get to T2 or aluminium. Either a longer time before you get to T2 or there shouldn't be as big a difference. So it just kind of feels like I've just built those T1s and now you're getting rid of them straight away because it's just a waste. So yeah, I guess that's something at the moment. See, look, I mean that's 4.5 and I was getting 0.3. So you look, you know, suddenly we've jumped massively, heat and oxygen, but pressure is still a problem. We've still got power there. It'd be nice to start getting these, but I don't have the T2 crafting thing. Indoor ladder. What have we got? Maybe we can. Have I missed it? Yeah, craft station T2. Yeah, iron and silicon. So let's build ourselves one of those. I forgot to build it. That's the thing. So let's put that in here so I can get at least one more. Yeah, okay, this is good. This is good now. Okay, right. Titanium, silicon, magnesium. No, titanium, silicon, magnesium. Just need to get some titanium and silicon. We start improving our own gear now. That's going to be the next thing. I kind of feel like I've got myself setting up. I just don't have the drill, the T2 drill yet. But we've got ourselves established. We are terraforming. You can see that KTI index going up pretty rapidly right now. So I want to improve my own gear. So exosuit, agility boots, mining chips, stuff like that. We've got the progress screen up. So let's craft this. So the exoskeleton's really cool. You get that. And if we take out that and we add it in, we've now got more slots, right? So now we can have everything in. So you look at what else you can build now. You've now got straight to a tier 3 backpack, but you've got to build each tier, which I do like to get it. We've got another oxygen tank we can get as well. And exoskeleton, we can get the agility boots, movement speed plus 15%. So there we go. Right, guys, that is essentially the first hour of this game, which is what we're here to show. So we obviously started down the bottom. We found a couple of those crates. We came up here. This is the area you want to build. All of that low-lying area will get flooded. So you do want to build up here. It's nice and flat, or relatively flat, that you'll be able to build most of your big buildings. And you can build obviously how you like. I just like to spread it out kind of like I would do on a real Martian surface. I wouldn't just build it all in one box. But we're keeping our living area small for when we get the bigger living compartments. So we do pack it in at the moment. We've built 4 of the T2 things for oxygen. We've built 2 of the big heaters, and you can see at the moment there we're getting 2 big heaters takes us to 9 heat. 4 of those oxygen things with the 200% multiplier seeds gives us 9.6, and it's really pressure that we're waiting for. So we're waiting to get the T2 drill, which is down here. So that's coming fairly soon. Power is really important all the time. If you run out of power, everything stops. We've now got a T3 oxygen tank. Storage is key. We went and explored a wreck already. To explore a wreck, you do need the torch chip and the deconstruction chip, absolutely critical. We found a couple of microchips which you put in here and you decode them, so those are important to do, so make sure you do that. At the moment, I haven't established whether it's better to keep those chips until later on, or just to use them as you get them. I don't know yet. But that's those, and as you can see here, we're now at a point an hour in where I really want to start doing bigger backpack, a better oxygen tank, get that exoskeleton. I should have built the craft station earlier, so that's the one point to know. Build the craft station, T2 craft station, much earlier, and you'll find it a little bit easier. Don't forget that water goes down quickly. Food isn't so bad. You can craft water, but you can't craft food to start with, so you're reliant on finding space food. There's plenty about. There is the wreck that we did behind here, but there's also a wreck over there. You can just see it in the distance here. So go and explore the wrecks. Plenty of food in there. Try and deconstruct the blue boxes, then you know which ones you've searched through and which ones are empty. You can't deconstruct a blue box unless it's completely empty. There you go. That is this game, The Planet Crafter. Like I say, it's got Subnautica vibes to it. I'm really enjoying the game so far. It is a very chilled out game. There's very little danger in the game, so you can really focus on the base building, crafting, terraforming. So if that's your thing, that's great. There isn't the suspense of Subnautica, but as I say, it's more about the crafting aspect of it and the exploration, which I think is fantastic. I wish there was a vehicle. I wish there was a slightly better way of building on this undulating terrain that didn't look janky. So I don't know how they're going to sort that out. But overall, I'm really enjoying this game, and this is going to be my next live streaming series that you're going to see on YouTube and Kick, where I live stream, and then I'll be putting the episodes up on YouTube like I have done for Subnautica, which is now fully complete after 22 episodes. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Let me know why in the comments down below. And thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. It is appreciated. If you do want to see more content and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It's totally free for you to do. It means a lot for me, so thank you for that in advance. You've been watching The Ghost Owl, and I'll see you very soon.